The other day, I went up to my girlfriend and I said, "Geez, you got a big gorge. Geez, you got a big gorge." She asked me, why did I say that twice? I said I didn't. Oh, welcome to Mirror Domains. And this is my full life watch along for The Gorge, a Valentine's romantic thriller about two people on the opposite side of a gorge sent there to guard, and they fall in love? Interesting. All I know is that it has Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy on Apple TV. Now, guys, if you have never seen one of these from me before, I can't show you the entire image here. I'm going to hit play now, though. So, there, we're underway. And I'll use my little tips and tricks to let you know where I'm at within the movie so you can follow along with your copy there on Apple TV+. Oh, looks like we got a trailer. So, that being said, I'm going to fast forward through this little trailer. And we are underway for The Gorge, starring Anya Taylor-Joy. Miles Teller. Right here on Mirror Domains. Planes landing. Now, guys, it's been a while since I've done one of these live watch-alongs, so I may be a little rusty. I'm going to try to use the audio and such sparingly. So, we know the setup, the premise. Now we just got to establish the characters, right? So that's what's going to happen in the first act. Ominous music plays in the background. Kind of like the opening for Dark Knight Rises, huh? Oh, except, yeah, there's that. Yep, pick up the shell. She's a sniper. The Gorge. Silence. Now, it's dark on my screen. Why it looks a little gray here is because I've put a filter on it that brightens it a bit. It is really dark on my screen. .422. Again, with the ethereal music, right? I'm thinking they're setting the tone. Again, that's a very dark image. And that's brightened. That's brightened here. Time lapse. Journaling. I don't know. I don't need to journal because I'm always thinking. Some people need to do that, though, right? To keep their head straight. It looks like that's what they're trying to convey here. Yeah, I saw the story that had just come out that Miles Teller had talked about wishing the new Fantastic Four cast. I saw that. Report to C. Pendleton. So he's got a mission. Camp Pendleton.
Colonel, give us the room, please.
Protocol. Ah, Sigourney Weaver. Yes, I do know who you are.
Well, if you were to guess.
Judging.
High level spook, huh?
Are those numbers accurate?
No.
Are they?
Yeah, most are greater. No.
You're an extremely rare talent, Levi.
Yeah. My friend in live chat says, hey, yeah, guys, we record these all live. Hmm.
So, do you presently have a girlfriend?
It's just not how it goes for me.
How about meds?
So she's just probing him to see if there's like anything in your, any ghosts in your closet. Touche.
Pills affect my accuracy.
Because he would have been awarded another contract, and that's not what he wanted. He saw it as a way out. Hmm. Right? Pervalka. Lithuania. What I like about her is that you could walk right by her and you wouldn't know it, right? Like she's stunning, she's attractive, uh, but she fits in.
Música. Mano major e luta.
I think it's her eyes. You look at her and her, you just, because her eyes are big, right?
Give me your shame.
Hmm. Survivor is back in 2 weeks. Are you doing a live reaction? If I can, Bifer. I'm not sure as if I'm going to be working every Wednesday night. We'll just have to fly with the schedule again. I'm going to try to.
Those transactions. You give the shame to me.
And there he keeps them, and a bag full of them.
Thanks for this.
Stay with me. For
Hmm. pancreas, that's
Death will be a welcome change.
that's the big one though, right, guys? That's when you're gone like that. So his days are numbered. And if she goes away for a year. Yeah.
February 14th, Valentine's Day.
What are you talking about?
Well, he wants to go out on his own terms. Do you fault the guy for that?
I will be ready to finally rest here next to your mother.
This is a hard subject to always talk about.
Play a song.
Here's to you.
Say a proper goodbye.
September. So that's the introduction of our characters at 12:15. 12:15. Coming up to the 12 minutes and 30-second mark. $38K on ground. I mean, it can be done, but it depends on the terrain, how quickly it can be done. So they can't go into this zone. They're going to drop him. Literally looks like they're going to drop him. They're not even going to. Loud music here. Like really loud music. That was interesting. The cuts in that sequence. They didn't let us linger on that, huh? 38K is 23.6 miles, yeah. And this is the kind of terrain he's going over? He's got to go up a mountain. You couldn't have picked a different route? This is the Gorge. Our first introduction of our setting. Well,
Has come. Punctual even. Spot on time. What a guy.
JD. So he's taking over this post.
They gave me an unmarked topo map. I don't even know what country. Huh?
You're the first person I've spoken to face in a year.
It's a long time for solitude.
There's a garden right there. Everything relevant, given the landmines and lethal tactical barriers. Man. Every day you walk the Western Rim, there are automatic phalanx.
Suspended minds, huh?
Cloaker is a type of satellite transmitter. There's one every.
Okay. Looks like a jammer.
That and nothing. In case of an emergency, there's a panic button on the dedicated shortwave.
Okay. So got an emergency trigger.
Stray dog protocol. What is that?
No idea.
So this is foreshadowing. Whatever this stray dog protocol is will come into play later.
US president since the coalition was formed, and not one of them has known about the Gorge.
Oh, wow. So this is like unknown to even the top tier government, huh?
That's good.
Isn't all vodka made from potato?
So apart from keeping this place a secret, what's the mission?
From
From
coming out.
coming out.
A year ago, I was in your.
Now doesn't that just scream of, well, now I want to know what's inside the gorge. Oh, you hear that?
Knows exactly what they are.
Hollow
I don't
Man.
even know why they're called that.
T.S. Eliot.
Strategy.
Yeah. Well, what else could you
How do you
do?
know all this?
Same way you do. We're all briefed by our predecessor.
No,
Is the Gorge is the door to hell,
yeah.
and we're standing guard at the gate.
That there's some other life form down there. He's actually pretty well composed for being there for a whole year, right? They're not playing into that disheveled, he's gone mad kind of thing. That's the card that wouldn't typically be played in this scenario. They just want to have the handoff and have him get into this situation ASAP. So he's going to have to do some hunting while he's out there, huh? Really ominous soundtrack. Now, hold on, I want to read that. I want to read that. I didn't catch it. Did you guys catch what was written there in his journal? Taking a vodka nightcap? Hey, you might need it for the first couple of nights, right? Just try to come to terms in what kind of a scenario you are in. Okay, we're going back to this guy for some reason. Are they going to just... They're not going to pick him up, are they? They're not going to pick him up? I think they're going to... If it's secret from even the, like, presidents, do you think they're going to let just some guy walk away? No, they're going to drop him. Yeah, it's you can't have loose ends.
I need you to quit me confirm.
Okay, and she's the bad guy because that's why she was asking all those questions too. Is there going to be anybody that's going to miss you? Anybody going to come after you, looking for you? No. So if you disappear like that in a year, then you'll be fine. It's just finding people with the right mentality, right? He still has a sense of duty. But he's carrying around a lot of baggage upstairs. So the fence is actually on the vertical part, right? So he's mapping out distance.
Wait, I have a question.
Wow, isn't that a kick in the pants? He's got a question about what? Why won't they answer? Why isn't anyone else deduced that this is a death sentence? It would have to come into your mind. Robert Frost? The road not taken? What is that? Something behind the bookcase here. Looks like there's notes, letters, inscriptions.
When you're alone, you're in bad company. Sort.
Oh, that's like their parting messages?
those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go.
So this has been going on for a long time. 1947. I like the premise. The thing is that as far out as this is, unless it's like Pacific Rim where these portals and stuff, or like this gorge is like a portal to a different dimension, is the only explanation I can think of. Because if there's an actual hell like below our Earth, like a hollow Earth type of thing, there would be more than just one entrance. Oh, what do you seek? What do you spy with your little eye? A woman sawing firewood. She sensed him. Hmm. Oh, he's on edge. He is on edge. So just the lightning got that response out of him. Okay, we'll do a timestamp. 20. Oh God, Apple's using such the so small. 28 minutes and 30 seconds coming up to 28 minutes and 30 seconds. So we're just about the 2 hour mark for this. Yeah, we're coming about to the end of Act 1. There's got to be like a lead up to crescendo. Maybe the predecessor guy getting shot. That's the end of Act 1. Maybe. I would write on the wall, if you're reading this, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Yeah. Okay, so she knows that she can be seen. He's got to assume that she can see him, right? November. Another month passes. Was this their happy birthday song? Okay, guys. So she fired a gun to get his attention. Okay. Communication. We are not allowed to contact. Because if you do, then you're going to figure out, or you're going to start to think about what kind of a situation you're in, right? And if you can come up with the possibility that you might be killed on your way out of here, then you might abandon your post. My name is Drasa. Today is my birthday. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. So join her. Have some potato vodka with her. Have a toast. Yeah. We share the same sentiments or approach, right? Sorry, his name is what? Leon? Except I'm drinking diet caffeine-free cola. Levi. Can't be afraid of heights. The Ramones. Can't play this part because it's just the music here, guys. My government name is Byford Hobbit, but off the record, I go by Trouble. You expect me to just bust a move? Oh, she's offering up a target. Now, this is putting a lot of trust in somebody that you're not supposed to be talking to. You want them to take out a gun and aim it reasonably close to where you're standing. She fired first. So this is about prowess now, huh? You show me up? This is all to the music, guys. No, 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 no. Okay, now this is getting a little too unrealistic in its believability. Is there something crawling up? You hear something? Yeah. There's something there. It's dark. I can't quite make it out. They would have to linger on that shot. It could have been just shadow as well. Because those floating mines. No, okay, there are actual things there. Is that a zombie? She's got the bigger firepower. I'm guessing that that's the battalion, right? Some of the battalion that went down there, turned into zombies or something. Stop killing Groot. Eh. That was an intense scene, though, right? I like how it was like able to switch in tone just like that. Something's coming up on her side as well. Arm yourself. Was that side just a distraction to get the real team up there? Oh, yeah, it was. So it is zombies. Yeah, Hourglass, it's interesting. Really interesting. Oh, they're all the way up on her side. So it was a. It's weird. It's like they're half tree or something. Oh, shrapnel! Shoot! 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 It's like a virus or something. Is it a fungal virus? Kind of like The Last of Us, right? The sound design here is going off the hook here, because you got this pulsing sound in the background, and then you've got all this gunfire. It's intense. Oh, she's passing out. So, that would feel like the end of a normal Act 1. Where would that have been? At 38 minutes, though? It's a long Act 1. Maybe it's the first crisis point of Act 1, of Act 2. Yeah, no, I think Act 1 ended when the guy fell off, when the guy got shot on the helicopter, and then this is the first crisis point. So there'll be a midpoint and then another point just like this later on in Act 2. So watch for that. Damage report. Are you hurt? How badly? Best birthday ever. I like her sense of humor. But still, you'd want to convey. So he's gone down there to do some welding. Put on more mines. Gently now, son. Gently. I couldn't. That's a job I couldn't do. Is arming mines. Because I'm the stupid person that would be kind of like, is it really working? Tick tick. Boo. Oh, she's keeping guard. That's good. What the heck is that? A drone? Some agency sent that in. She should have wrote best first date ever. Yeah. Yeah, that was eerie, having that drone come up. So it was down there looking at things, came up, saw them, and then took off. Okay, guys, start thinking. Oh, that's the still. That's the, see the coil thing? That's for the distillery of the, yeah, that stuff. I couldn't be trusted out there. Because after a while, you would start to go batty, right? You a little nutty. Plus, you got booze around too. That's not a good mix. And that's why in The Shining, the hotel owners knew that, so they took all the booze away because you do tend to go a little bit nutty. Nice Christmas tree. The Gorge would be Santa easiest delivery spot. Merry Christmas, Drassa. So it's been like a month now since that whole first attack happened. Because that was in November, right? Like if we're supposed to be keeping track of the months that have gone by, I haven't been doing a very good job of it. The movie's taking a lot of time here in pausing the story about what's ever down there to do a lot of this kind of stuff with the soundtrack. And it's a pacing issue that may come up for some people, where some people will be like, just get to it already. Ah, they're playing chess. That's a nod to two things, right? Because they play chess in Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. And of course, then because she was in Queen's Gambit. I need to watch Queen's Gambit again because that was so good. And again, it's just the music. It's like a music video in the middle of the movie. We pause now to have a music video in the middle of our movie and have them play imaginary drums. They probably have no choice due to Anya Taylor-Joy Movie shooting schedule. Well, she left, or she had to leave February. So we're now 2 months away. We missed January. We missed, she was supposed to be in Nosferatu, and then she left to do this movie, which is kind of weird, right? I just don't think she would have fit Nosferatu anyway. Lily Rose Depp did a good job. Well, of course, Anya would have been awesome as well, but it's interesting. Miles Teller has been drumming since he was 14. Good to maybe that was a nod to Whiplash. Good call, Hourglass. Whiplash is so good too. And Miles Teller is a gifted actor. No doubt about that. And I liked him in Top Gun too. But you see, the points with the music here are that that's just the director's whimsy, his flair, his little style stamp on it. But the fact that he's done it twice now in under 20 minutes each, you can tell that some people may say that it gets really drawn out here, boring kind of thing. I'm not. I'm invested in it. Bach. She get word that her dad passed. On a hard day, I wish someone I knew would be out there with. Hey, it happens to all of us. You never know. Like, we know that it's probably her dad, but when you get down like that, he's going to try to get over there. Yeah, because there's no bomb in the head of it. Although you don't want to burn down the forest either. Oh, that's slick. Now, guys, who's going to go first? Is he going to go across or is she going to come across? Oh, it looks like it's going to be him. Yeah, he's going to put his balls on the line for this. Just to make somebody feel a little bit more comfortable, huh? James, are you sure that that's all he's doing this for? Yeah. Well, what did you think was going to happen? I've done that before. I've done a pull across like that. Nothing across this high though. It wasn't. It was like maybe only 25 feet across this small little thing as a training exercise. I found that the best way to do it was just to not think about it. Put your mind on something else and just move your hands and do it. Now, is there going to be a fight? No.
Even though I'm not supposed to be here.
Who's watching?
Oh, they're cloaked. Rabbit pie, huh?
It's,
Yes. Terrible.
Like sweat.
I know.
Not quite the response that you would want, but hmm. Uh-oh. Okay, so he's in the shower. I don't expect to see anything. She's checking out. She just took away all the clothes. She wants to see him in the buff. Is that why? Yeah, that's what she wanted. It's interesting. There's a dubious flirtation going on between them, which adds a romantic element to all of this. Hmm.
Don't say that you don't know. Every a kill shot.
Yeah.
So that's like 3 kilometers.
I did not participate.
Is she admitting that she did it?
What?
Okay, so they've been there for 6 months. Yeah.
Those hollow men down in the gorge.
You know,
What did he say?
you would say. Because too much truth puts sadness in your heart and
I like that though. "57 minutes in." I want that quote. I like that quote. Oops. Hmm.
He made me love it.
love what exactly?
The Hunt. Hmm.
You bury enough secrets, the graveyard runs out of room.
Hmm. I like that quote too. Run out of secrets. Graveyard. It's full. Yeah, that was a cool one. Some more romance, more music. Oh, cool. Now, I didn't know that this song was in here. Yeah, yeah, yes. Love this song. Cowards. Uh, Here's the sun. It is a good metaphor, though, right? Because they are sort of sitting on the edge of the world.
How about what?
Now, I'm not expecting nudity in this, so I don't think we're going to get a scene. And they do play a lot of the song when they do pick a song to go with here, right? Okay, so we're an hour and 2 minutes into this. I think that's just at the cusp of what we're going to get, like a midway point here, a midpoint crisis that'll start to drive us towards the third act. Sorry if I'm being a little too analytical to story points, but that's just what I like to look at.
Almost every day.
Really? So he's not journaling, he's writing poetry.
Recite it for me.
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. What's the title of this poem?
She collapsed the night.
Hmm. We are talking about the rabbit pie, though, right? Yeah. Uh-oh.
No!
Lock it off. Really bizarre music choices, right? The Gorge. The Gorge's cast and story. Ciao for now. See you later, Arteles. Enjoy Captain America. Oh, wow. She just jumped in. Oh, man. That's scary. So you upside down in a tree? Oh, man. Damn, the twist of that because of the branches has got me. So the trees are alive. Oh, no, that's a bug. That's like a millipede or something. Gross. As the ground is trying to absorb them. Oh, gross. It's like ribs coming out of the ground, but like fingers. Like a Venus flytrap for humans or something. Wow. Talk about your midpoint crisis there, eh? Chris over, hey James, how have you been? It's been a while. Yeah. Good, Chris.
Please tell me you brought an auto sender.
Yeah. They're on some kind of horses. The horse isn't even a horse. It's like a tree or something. Wow. We're juggling two genres here. We have got that romantic angle to it, which is like a love story angle genre, and then it's contrasted very sharply with monsters and violence. And that quick juxtaposition may be off-putting for some people. Yeah. So that's what she dropped in the water. Yeah. So you mutate into these things. Yeah. And assume that whatever is hanging in the air here is not good for us. Yeah, you remember that movie Annihilation, Alex Garland film, where some of them turned into plants and stuff? That's sort of what I'm getting here. Like maybe this is the aftermath of one of those orbs that the alien had in Annihilation that changed the DNA and composition of things.
Silly poem about people stuck in. Yeah.
How's the movie so far, James? I heard some good and mixed reviews on, but the trailer looked pretty good. I've been enjoying it. I think you might have to be in the right mood for it. I don't know if it's going to be something a lot of people will like. So it's just like it must have been an old town there. A little bit like Silent Hill, right? Because there's a church in the background and everything. Somebody has been in there and locked it. The lock was broken, so would you assume that there's still people in here? Timestamp? 1:13. So about 45 minutes left. I think they're going to try to explain that maybe there was a self-man-made disaster that went on down here. And they were able to contain that man-made disaster into this gorge that mutates people, obviously. Reanimates the dead. Oh, there's something crawling on the ceiling up there. That's feasible. Ah, spider. Big spider. Or maybe it's like the mist, right? They opened a doorway to another dimension and all these weird things started to come out. Again, with the weird music there. Yes, Chris, I've seen Hard Eyes. The movie review is up on the channel right now, actually. Oh, they're actually showing us the face. So the spiders are at least going after them as well.
We're too exposed.
It's like a yeah. They're in a bunker now, very much like in getting vibes of like a bunker like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. No, it looks like the contaminant is still down there as well. This is maybe the installation where they were studying whatever infected them all. This is like ground zero, probably, right? This is interesting development. Yeah, so we're in a lab. They're going to come across a log book or a log entry, some kind. It looks like, I think it is going to be like a crossover of that Last of Us thing with the fungal angle to it all. Fungus. God forgive us. So yeah, they were experimenting with something. This kind of a scene is only for us as the audience, because I don't think these two characters would care about this information. I think they would be smart enough to deduce that once they get out of here, that whoever's going to come pick them up in a year is going to kill them. Like, you would be smart enough to deduce that, right? But we got power on, so we can take a look at whatever reel is on here, and it's going to be a confession about whoever made this. Kind of like that sequence in Serenity, right? When you see how they made the bad guys. Biochemical missiles.
No longer about research. But containment.
Okay, so it is a bit like the thing in Annihilation, but this is man-made.
What?
Maybe a way out.
There would have to be vent shafts, right? Because they're studying it.
Studying what's in it.
Yeah.
We're not working for the military.
There's the drone that we saw.
And everything down here is genetically brand new.
So something we thought we knew was right is wrong. It's all military. They were trying to weaponize it with a bomb. Self-destruction protocol. Okay, so that there's a 4.2 kiloton bomb there. You're gonna shut it off?
No, it's not my poem.
Now we're in a hostile situation here. Let's make out. Yeah.
Things can think tactically.
So this will give us the final crisis point. They get boxed in or they get forced to run. Okay, I can't talk about that movie, Chris. We're taking all these comments. It's distracting from our experience here, and I don't want spoilers for something else that's not relevant to this movie. And it's distracting me from this movie. As they venture outside, and they get into a trap. So they laid a trap for them. And that would hurt. Oh, she got knocked out. Well, the good thing is that you should be able to track that pretty easily. Because we've spent so much time down here too, we've changed the palette of this film, color palette, and because they're having to achieve all of this with CG, some people might feel claustrophobic by it. Well, now we know where the water goes. This is an hour and 28 minutes in, guys, so still about half an hour to go. It does feel like this is driving towards. He's got like three eyes. So, are they trying to tell us that these things have intelligence still? Obviously, they do if they were trying to launch assaults up the side. Hmm. Is that a fish? Or is that a snakehead? Or what was that? So, does fire not affect them? It's weird that gunfire would affect them, but not fire. She got stabbed. I don't think she's exactly 100%. So, this is one of the guys that wrote one of the poems. We're dealing with horrific subject matter here, too. Yeah. So they're still living, but they're like tree matter now? Look at the face in it. That's creepy. And you two are definitely contaminated in this stuff by now, right? Hey guys, you got an interesting set here, but you're spending too much time showcasing the set to us. So they regenerate fast. Can you ride the missile out of there? Fire it off? Fire off a missile? James, come on. What are you talking about? We got vehicles. They're going to try to climb up the side that they've been, or the place where they've been climbing up. Like it feels like this should be the climax of it, right? They're going to winch up the entire Jeep. That rope can actually hold all of that. Tell me it was a wire, not a rope. Hey, even if it gets you some of the way up there. But you know what I mean? It feels like a little anticlimactic. It doesn't feel like this is the big thrilling fight to close this conflict. Wedding vows is the climax you want to see, Piper said. Yeah. Uh-oh. Don't blow yourselves up.
Levi!
Right, you just threw away the axe like that? See, so now this should be the denouement. So it's an hour and 38 minutes in, but we still got like 20 minutes left in this.
I'll do what's necessary.
Yeah. It's better than the alternative.
Alive.
Well, as you think you may have gotten out alive.
Expendable.
No attachments.
So he's piecing it together now.
And we could be safe there. For as long as we want.
If one of them gets out.
Always.
We go strong. Hmm. Do you buy their chemistry?
That'll love you.
You fell in love pretty quick.
Yes.
Our research drone computer.
Against any foreign army in the world.
I'm sure you could appreciate what we could do with a military like that.
But is this a day where like naked forces could really rule the day still? When everything's all automated and drones and all right. Kill the counterpart. See, now that's an interesting point too, that you're going to that you would have to kill each other at some point, and that seems like a bit of a more of a dramatic angle. So he can see her.
Compromised. Gather your team. We'll leave in the morning.
And by naked forces, guys, I mean like real men. Um, I'm just trying to think here, because see how everything in the gorge went down and that big sequence up the cliff wall. And when I was saying that it doesn't feel like this is the conclusion to the actual uh, bad guys that they were talking about. This is now you're going to pit them against each other here. It almost makes everything that happened inside the gorge irrelevant. And we were smart enough to deduce that they were experimenting down there. A lot of that could have been cut out. So I think a lot of people's complaints about this might be that it's bloated. I love you back. No. And you could totally take out the supernatural element from this completely. Just have them at different posts and have them fall in love, only to find out that they got to kill each other and get out of the situation. Like you could take that out, and this whole story would still work. She's not even armed, and she doesn't even have body armor on.
What if he decided to run?
Well, But you see what I mean now by the color palette? Because up here we got greens and blues, but down there it was all a different kind of, it's like a totally different tone of movie. And I don't know if the soundtrack's going to work for people either. So we're getting to a sniper situation again. Oh, is she going to try to take her out? So that's what Levi wrote. Oh, here comes the music again. I was expecting this too, because this will be the fourth time we've gone into just a musical straight up number. And it's going to be them taking out. So, again, we were just in like 15 minutes ago, we were getting out of a gorge full of zombies or genetic experiments of some kind, and now we're into music video. So they're blowing up the towers that were protecting things from getting out of the gorge. Yeah. No. Oh, wow. Did you make it? No, EMP would knock him out, right? That looked like a real jump. Looks like somebody really performed that stunt. And see how quickly that was shot, though? That's what I'm saying about them going through that underground fungi maze. That's the way that they should have taken that as well. Quick cuts, get us through there. Don't showcase us what you've built. Let us fill in it up here, right? And that just goes to pacing and editing. Now she's waiting to see if she's going to mutate. So is this going to end in a happy way or in a sad way? Is this going to be like a tragedy, Macbeth tragedy, or Romeo and Juliet? They both find out that they're going to die in 5 days. So they off each other? I don't know. Looks like she's made the 5 days rather quickly. So she went to France. We'll go online and take a look at the Rotten Tomato score for this after, guys. I want to see some other reviews. If I don't make it by sunset. Is that his poem? She collapsed the night. Hmm. So he didn't show up. It was 1 hour and 56. So about 4 minutes left. Looks like a sad ending, yeah. Is he really there, or is this just a hallucination? Because they would run to each other and hug if they wouldn't do it like that, right?
You're late.
What? That? Okay.
Half of
3,900
the
meters.
handing it back to you.
So that's it. Okay, so Piper, you were right. It literally was the end. But that feels like it could have been picked up as a pickup reshoot kind of thing, right? Scott Derrickson directed a script from Zach Dean for this movie. I liked Sinister. I think it's a masterpiece. I like Black Phone. Looking forward to Black Phone 2. I didn't mind the first Doctor Strange film, but I think I have to kind of agree that this is kind of a miss for Scott Derrickson. It's not terrible. Out of the films that I've seen that are in this ilk, kind of like J-Lo's Atlas movie, I liked Atlas better than this. This had two really good ideas, and it felt like it couldn't decide which one it wanted it to be. Am I a monster movie about things that crawl out of a gorge, or am I a love story? You can be both, but then it also takes into this angle of political ambition to make bioweapons, and we're going to have a sequence of you climbing up a wall that doesn't really mean anything to the overall drive of what the story was trying to be. It's got a lot of stuff in there, guys. And I don't think it would have worked as well if it didn't have Anya Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller. But yeah, this is not a theatrical movie. This is very stream worthy, right? World War II scientist. Brit, uncredited. There's Anya right there. Well, I'll tell you this. I wasn't signed up for Apple TV Plus before. I am now because of the Gorge, but I'm not going to be renewing my subscription or anything. I'm going to be... Wait, this is also on Prime Video stuff? I should have just signed up for Prime instead of this. Well, anyway, I'll sign up for Prime later on. All right. You guys have seen it. What did you guys think about the Gorge? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Christopher Ursulina. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. The romance was rushed and unnecessary. I only wanted to see the monsters and them fight, right? And demons and have the fight. Yeah, that's what I mean about it being too like you got two different types of movies in here. And you can make movies like that. You can. But it takes a master to weave that in. Masters like Benicio del Toro, not Benicio del Toro, like Guillermo del Toro. James Cameron can weave that. I think Scott Derrickson is really showing himself his limitations here with this, because he wasn't able to execute this. I think for some reason I'm getting notes of like Zack Snyder in this as well, like this kind of a failure of storytelling. Like there's good ideas in there. It's just it was too grandiose. It was an overreach by the director's talents. There you go. That's my quote. The Gorge was a massive overreach by the director's talents, Scott Derrickson says. Mirror Domains. Imagine if that was on the poster. That would be hilarious. Anyway, we can only dream. Next, what do you guys think? This will be cut up and edited into a shorter version for the Reacts channel. It'll be a very quick reaction over there. Like I'll condense everything. Basically, I'll just edit out all the silences and stuff like that, and we'll go from there. All right. Are you looking forward to Terrifier 4? No, I have never even seen Terrifier 3, so I'm not really... Art never really worked for me as a horrific thing. Art is like it's a gimmick kind of thing, and if it works for you, it works for you. But for me, it really doesn't. All right, guys. That's it for me today. It's been, we did our stream earlier today, and now we've done this. So let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time right here on Your Domain.